sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement sur Kilimanjaro Radio. Dimanche 17h, jeudi 20h. DimDIm Sport Show. Votre rendez-vous avec l'actualité sportive en Amérique du Nord. Exclusivement.
Obrigado, gracias, danke so, menace, merci beaucoup. Africa yelele, Africa yelele,
Welcome
Africa yelele,
to DimDIm Sport Show.
Africa yelele, Africa yelele, Africa yelele. Africa, the home to every nation. We unite to speak the language of football. Everybody from the ends of the earth, come on home, 'cause we're about to feel a fest.
You're listening to the DimDIm Sport Show.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DimDIm Sport Show. DimDIm Sport Show every Sunday, now 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, right? Right now we're 5:49, a little bit late. So the DimDIm Sports Show is for you, your best African sports show. Your best sports show in the best African online radio in North America, Kilimanjaro Radio. www.KMD Radio is where you are. You have to be right now on air, right? Use your tuning app to listen to us, or go to that website URL I just gave you, www.kmdradio.com. Otherwise, if you guys like the Vision Radio, just go live and you see me live, right, on my Facebook or on YouTube, right? On YouTube, just follow Kilimanjaro Radio and you're going to get all the notifications, you know, all the necessary notifications for getting all the shows on the Kilimanjaro Radio and this show, right? So every Sunday. So today we're gonna have one specific topics, and we'll talk about the African Football Championship happening right now in Cameroon, Douala, Yaoundé, Limbe. Okay. We'll talk about special topic, Kobe Bryant. So this week is the anniversary of his death. He was a big fellow. He's a Hall of Famer, despite his death, right? And also, we'll usually, as usual, we're talking about all the news, NBA and NFL, right? So let's talk about the Shan. What happened in the Shan?
For the love of the game, we have come together as one Africa for Shan 2020. Tuale, asante sana, obrigado, gracias, dankeso, menase, merci beaucoup. Africa yelele, Africa yelele, Africa yelele, we are champions. Africa yelele, Africa yelele, Africa yelele. Africa, the home to every nation. We unite to speak the language of football. Everybody from the ends of the earth, come on home, 'cause we're about to feel a fest. Every nation, skin and color, it's football and it's time to bring it on. Every nation, skin and color, it's the shine and
Yes.
time to bring it on. Africa, yelele, Africa, yelele.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen,
We all champions.
so the championship is happening in Africa, right? The nation championships, right? It's a prelude of the cup itself. It's gonna happen in a couple of months after this, right? So this championship is only, you know, the players that are playing are not professional, say, right? They are kind of amateur, right? Anyways, no, they are locals, right? So we should say that we have some African countries that have like professional leagues, right? Not just amateur. So the local players, only the local players are playing, not the one, you know, playing for playing in Europe, right, as internationals. All right. Okay. So this weekend we had a good game which happened yesterday, right? Actually, two good games. Mali played Republic of Congo, right? That's Congo Brazza, right? So that game finished with a nil 0-0, and they went to penalty kick, and Mali finally beat Congo 5-4. So just to let you know that Mali is one of the top performers of this championship, because you know they were first in the group. Basically, that's it. That's for the top, right? And the next game was the host country, Cameroon, which were not Cameroon were not the top team in his group. obviously maybe they didn't play well or they were shy during the group stage, so they had to travel from Yaoundé, the capital, to Douala to play in Japan Stadium. But right, this is a kind of blessing for the Douala city, right? Douala city. So basically, if we weren't sure if the team would play in any other stadium if ever they won their group, right? So they had a chance to travel to Douala, and it was crazy. Apparently, the Douala the Douala people are the best, as for soccer, football, spectators, right? Supporters, right? Mesdames et messieurs, comme vous savez, la CHAN se joue au Cameroun. Donc le Cameroun qui a joué ce week-end contre la République démocratique du Congo à Douala, ce qui était une première pour le nouveau stade déjà, et puis ce qui est généralement qui est rare pour l'équipe du Cameroun de jouer devant son public de Douala. C'était la folie. C'était plein. Normalement les stades, à cause de la pandémie, on ne vend que 50% des tickets, right? Quand le Cameroun joue, et quand c'est les autres pays qui jouent, on ne vend que 25% des tickets. Voilà, à la CHAN 2021. Donc, Cameroun a battu la République du Congo. Le premier but a été marqué par la République du Congo. Et vous qui avez suivi le match, je parie que vous étiez stressé. Parce qu'on est habitué bien sûr au stress de l'équipe du Cameroun, n'est-ce pas? Que ce soit en Coupe du Monde ou en Coupe d'Afrique. Le stress qu'ils nous donnent. Voilà. Ils peuvent être bons et puis voilà, et puis bien c'est la cata dès le début. Donc le premier but est arrivé assez vite par Makaki Lilopo à la 21e minute, ouais, n'est-ce pas? Et pas très loin après, Yannick Jen a égalisé, ouais, n'est-ce pas? Et juste un peu avant la mi-temps, on a eu un tir de loin de Félix Fukine qui a été dévié par un malheureux joueur de la République du Congo, et ça a désaxé le gardien de but du Congo, et voilà, le deuxième but est rentré. La deuxième mi-temps s'est passée sans but, et voilà, le Cameroun se qualifie pour les demi-finales. Donc pourquoi est-ce que je m'arrête sur ce match? Pourquoi je parle beaucoup de ce match? Non seulement parce que le Cameroun c'est l'équipe haute, n'est-ce pas? Et il y a eu des petites controverses, ok? Controverses, on ne sait pas si c'est vraiment vrai ou si c'est une rumeur. Voilà, l'équipe de DimDIm Sports n'a pas eu le temps de faire les enquêtes pour savoir si c'est vrai ou faux que les 13 joueurs de l'équipe du Congo, quelques jours avant le match, ont été déclarés Covid positifs. Et voilà, ce qui allait tellement désemparer l'équipe, qui a quand même un peu désemparé l'équipe du Congo, qui d'ailleurs, par exemple, semblerait-il que c'est une de leurs raisons actuellement. Ils donnent ça comme raison pour dire que c'est pour ça qu'ils ont perdu le match. Bon, en tout cas, on va continuer. Et voilà, ce qui s'est passé, c'est qu'ils ont décidé de faire une contre-expertise avec leur propre choix de médecin. Et voilà, la contre-expertise a montré que, en fait, non, il n'y avait pas 13 joueurs qui étaient contaminés, mais ils avaient juste 3 joueurs, en fait 2 joueurs et puis le kiné. Donc c'était vraiment une controverse. Heureusement, il y a eu cette contre-expertise et ça s'est passé avant le match et ils ont pu avoir presque tout leur effectif. Voilà. Donc on va pas intenter le manque de joueurs comme étant la raison de cette défaite. Voilà. Donc les matchs qui se sont joués aujourd'hui, c'est le Maroc contre la Zambie. Ok. Un match qui s'est joué assez très bien. Et puis la Zambie qui a malheureusement eu un carton rouge et le Maroc qui a gagné la Zambie, qui a battu la Zambie 3-1. Voilà. Le premier but est arrivé très vite dès la première minute par Soufiane Raimi et ensuite à la 8e minute par Mohamed Ali Ben Mamer. Donc le Maroc a rapidement mené la Zambie 3-0. Voilà, il y a eu un penalty aussi à la 39e minute transformé par Ayoub El Kabi et Moses Firi qui a à la 80e minute essayé de sauver les go de la Zambie. Voilà, on a eu donc le carton rouge à la 20e minute de Zakaria Chilongochi. Donc la Zambie qui a éliminé le Maroc qui est en demi-finale. Et l'autre match, la Guinée contre le Rwanda qui est fini par un petit score, un score des grands de 1-0. Et la Guinée qui a battu le Rwanda. Un match aussi qui était très très intense, puisque les deux équipes ont eu des cartons rouges. Un but de mortel. La Guinée qui est aussi une équipe assez puissante de ce tournoi, puisqu'ils ont fini premier de leur groupe. Voilà. Donc en demi-finale, le Maroc va rencontrer le Cameroun. Cela va se jouer à Limbé. Donc les deux équipes, le Maroc qui jouait leur quart de finale au Stade de la Réunification va bouger à Limbé pour jouer contre le Cameroun qui va bouger à Limbé. Donc finalement le Cameroun, on dirait que c'est une bénédiction, coïncidence, quelle chance, ils vont jouer dans tous les stades, dans toutes les villes puisque bien sûr il y a 4 stades, il y a 2 stades à Douala, le stade de la Réunification et le stade de Japoma, et le stade Amadou Ahidjo à Yaoundé, puis le stade de Limbé. Voilà. Donc le Cameroun va jouer dans toutes les villes qui accueillent les matchs de CHAN. Donc ce qui est vraiment, vraiment, je dirais une bénédiction, parce que voilà, ils vont voyager et puis un peu partout dans le pays, ils pourront voir leur équipe. Donc ils vont jouer au Limbé Stadium. Mais le match d'avant, ce sera le Mali qui va jouer contre la Guinée. Ça, je vous promets, ce sera un très 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 gros match. Parce que ce sont deux grandes équipes du tournoi en ce moment qui ont fini premier de leur classement. Et ce match va se jouer à Douala au stade de Japoma. Voilà. Donc la suite de la CHAN va continuer. Donc les vainqueurs de ces demi-finales joueront samedi prochain. Les perdants joueront samedi prochain. Voilà, à 14h. Voilà, ils joueront pour la 3e place. Et ça va se jouer à Douala, au stade de la Réunification. Et la finale va se jouer à Yaoundé, au stade Amadou Ahidjo. Voilà, on va voir le vainqueur. Ce sera soit Cameroun contre Mali, soit Cameroun contre Guinée. Soit Maroc contre Mali, soit Maroc contre Guinée. Voilà, je sais que vous m'attendiez sur ça. Donc on ne sait jamais. Les dés seront jetés très 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 bientôt. Voilà. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, on va switcher directement au special topic. Ladies and gentlemen, we switch to a special topic, and we're gonna talk about a legend who passed away last year, right, in the NBA, and that's our beloved Kobe Bryant. So I'm gonna spend time on this. Just because you see this hat, right? Right? You see this, right? I'm a Lakers fan. I'm also a Raptors fan, by the way, right? A Toronto Raptors fan, not a Tampa Bay Raptors fan. So you probably hear in the background, ladies and gentlemen, what do you hear? In the background is a song also by another legend, African legend, that we celebrated this week too, just because it was his birthday. So there's a little bit of a coincidence between Kobe Bryant and this legend. This legend is DJ Arafat, aka the Daishikan, aka the Yoruba. Yoruba 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. The Yoruba. R.I.P. Yoruba. So back to Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. So what I was saying, coincidence, what happened is that Kobe Bryant death happened on January 26th. So 5 days ago, last year, 2020. Okay. And DJ Arafat's birthday is actually also January 26th. So that's what I'm talking about. You know, the coincidence. And another sort of coincidence is that DJ Arafat got this accident and deceased in the month of August. And Kobe Bryant month of birthday is also August. So DJ Arafat deceased August 12th and Kobe Bryant was born August 28th. Right. Okay. So let's move on to who was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. So you know what happened to him on January 26th. He was on board of so basically he usually take a helicopter, you know, because in Los Angeles, if you've been in Los Angeles, California, you know that the traffic is crazy over there, crazy. And what a lot of people do, people who have money, they take helicopters because maybe private jet if they live very far, but they take helicopters and they even take that in group. Sometimes it's like taxi basically, right? They commute by helicopter because the traffic on the road is so bad. So that they don't want to, at least specifically, they don't want to get late to the games. They don't want to get late to the practice, you know, stuff like that. So that day was a fatal day. He usually take that helicopter. It's his kind of private helicopter, model Sikorsky S-76, and it crashed around in a suburb of Los Angeles named Calabasas. There were 9 people, including Kobe Bryant and his lovely daughter, 13-year-old daughter Gianna. This is really a sad situation. It's unbelievable to think about Kobe Bryant not being alive right now and dead, right? So the helicopter was on its way from the Orange County to Thousand Oaks, California, because Kobe Bryant, he was retired, but he was still in the basketball, in the basketball world. He was coaching, right? He was coaching girls, right? He has an academy named Mamba Sports Academy. Remember, Kobe got a nickname. He nicknamed himself Mamba. Mamba, you know what's a Mamba, right? Black Mamba. Mamba is that snake. Very, very dangerous snake. And usually you have green Mambas. But he nicknamed himself the Black Mamba, tribute to his dedication to NBA, the work ethic, right? And at some point he was pretty low in his career, you know, after the scandal, you know, the abuse scandal that happened, right? And for which he was found not guilty, he was acquitted. So his career was in the low side, and he had to find this kind of philosophy, right, to revive himself and get that, you know, mental energy, you know. So that's pretty interesting. So Kobe Bryant, aka aka the Black Mamba. Born August 23rd, 1978 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And he was named after Japan City, Kobe. Right? Kobe is also a case of beef, right? His father is Joe Jellybean, still alive. Joe, nicknamed Jellybean Brand, another basketball player who travel a lot, right? So in '84, after he ended his career, he took the family to Italy to play Italian. I mean, he ended his NBA career, right? That's why a lot of those the athletes do, right? They still like basketball and they cannot perform as well in the NBA. They can go abroad. So he went to Italy, right? Played in the Italian league. So that's where Kobe Bryant grew up. So he could speak fluently Italian, right? And of course English and some Spanish. So he went there with his two elder sisters, Shaya and Sharia, and he returned to Philadelphia in 1991. Right? He played for Lower Merion High School basketball team, and he led his his team to the state championships 4 years in a row. So Lower Merion, credit to Kobe, for 4 years they were the state champion, right? So he decided he wanted to go to the NBA, and the 76ers, kind of wanted him, and he worked out for the 76ers. Kobe Bryant was smart. He had high grades, right? He had high SAT scores, good grades, so he could go to NCAA no problem. But at the time, there wasn't that restriction as of now that you have to go to the NCAA, to the university for at least 1 year, right? They didn't have that. You had a lot of players that went straight from high school to NBA, like Kevin Garnett. One of the latest, it's LeBron James, if you remember, right? And so he was selected by the Charlotte Hornets, by the way, not the Los Angeles Lakers. So the NBA guys, they know about it, the NBA people, but my followers, right, the listeners, not all of you, know NBA. So he was selected by Charlotte Hornets as a 13th overall pick in the draft in 1996, right? And then he was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. That was actually his secret. He was a secret wish, and it was his wish because he liked Magic Johnson, right? So though Kobe Bryant game is really modeled to MJ, Michael Jordan, the great of all time in the NBA, right? Game, right? So in his second season, he was voted already an All-Star in the 1998 All-Star game. So the reason why I really like Kobe Bryant is that, compared to most of them already hyped in the high school, no problem, but he wasn't that high in the draft. He wasn't even a starter, right? In this team, in the first games, right? He had like Nick Van Exel, forgot his name. Another pretty good player. Eddie Johnson, right? Yeah. Eddie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, right? And all that. So what I like about it is that, compared to the other ones, he didn't start high in the NBA, and he had to work hard to find his place, right? He was not a starter, or he didn't have the ball all the time. The average was like 7 points in the first season, went up to like 15 points the second season, and then skyrocketed and he pushed Shaquille O'Neal out. All right, so he got 3 championships with Shaquille O'Neal, alongside Shaquille O'Neal, and voted first team All-NBA from 2002 to 2004 already, when he was playing with Shaquille O'Neal. Then he got a multi-year endorsement deal with Adidas, Sprite, and top sponsor. I remember that because I paid for that shoe, the first Kobe Adidas. Pretty nice. You know, and mine was even purple color, right? Pretty good. So 2004, you know, he struggled with Shaquille O'Neal, you know, 2 alpha egos, right? Alpha males, you know. Shaquille O'Neal wanted, you know, the money. Still wanted the money, even though he was kind of flat in his curve. Kobe Bryant was up, you know, already brilliant, and O'Neal had to leave the Los Angeles Lakers in 2004, right? So some highlights in Kobe's career: he scored 81 points against Toronto Raptors in Los Angeles once. 81 points. That was January 2006. Okay, and that 81 point is the single highest mark in NBA history, right? Because a guy named Will Chamberlain scored 100 points once in an NBA game. Can you believe it? And at that time, they didn't even have 3-point shots, and he scored 100 points. So Kobe Bryant, you know, scored 81 points. He scored it on top of Jalen Rose, who was playing for the Raptors. And Bosch. Yes, that was Bosch time, not Vince Carter. Okay, so in 2008, he was named MVP. That was his only MVP. Even though I believe there were other years where he could get the MVP. You know, when you remember when Steve Nash won the MVP trophy, right? That was still Kobe's year, but his team was not that good. The Lakers were not that good. So in 2008, they went to the Boston Celtics against the Boston Celtics to the finals, and they lost. I remember that they were trash talking between, you know, from distance between Kobe Bryant and Shaq. You know, Shaq keeps singing, "Kobe couldn't do it without me. Kobe couldn't do it without me," right? So he was pretty vexed. So he came back in 2009 with intensity, with demeanor, with you know, determination, and the Los Angeles had a repeat, right? So after getting a three-peat from 2000 to 2002, right? I mean 2001 to 2003, 2000 to 2003, sorry, my bad. He got a repeat 2009 and 2010, right? So first he beat Orlando, right? First championship, and the second championship, it was a revenge against the Boston Celtics. Pretty good, right? So after he won the championship in 2009, remember Michael Jackson, another great, deceased, and Kobe Bryant was part of the memorial service to honor who he called his friend, and the music superstar Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. All right. He played in 2008 and 2012 with the U.S. Olympic team, and he won two gold medals, right? 2 consecutive gold medals, 2008 and 2012, alongside Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Carmelo Anthony, and other players. In 2013, that's where everything went down. he torn his Achilles tendon, right? So if you are in the medical area, or if you are an athlete, you know that medical tendon is a pretty serious injury that can end your career. So in 2000, that happened in April 2013. He came back, and then he fractured his knee just 6 games into the season, 2013-2014, right? Then he surpassed his one of his idol, Michael Jordan, as third all-time on the NBA scoring list. That was in December 2014, and he stopped playing. So he got a torn rotator cuff in January 2015, right? So he decided to retire in the season of 2015 and 2016. So he came and played. He played pretty much all the games, especially all the road games, to be able to give a farewell, right?
On the track, baby.
So remember, when he said that, November 15th, he announced his retirement. He wrote to the Players Tribune website that my heart can take the pounding, my mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye. Member out. Yep. Yeah, so he had 17 NBA All-Star selections, an NBA MVP, 5 NBA championships with the Lakers, 2 Olympic gold medals, work ethics, and we lost a great in the domain, in the great athlete, in the sports field, in sports, in entertainment, in life, basically. So even when he was leaving, his last game in the Staples Center, he scored 60 points. That was April 13, 2016. So, yep. So that was a little tribute to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. He left a big family. His wife Vanessa, and he died with Gianna, one of his daughter who loved basketball, and he was his coach, and he left 3 other girls, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri, 3 daughters, and his wife Vanessa. All right. So he also got something from the entertainment business, some other awards, right? He got an Academy Award for his short film Dear Basketball. Something to watch. I haven't watched it yet. It's actually a kind of poem that he had towards basketball. So he won an Academy Award in 2018 as the best animated short film, right? So he got introduced to the Hall of Fame in April 4th, 2020, after his death. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
track, baby.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DimDIm Sports Show. DimDIm Sports Show every Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, right? On www.KMD Radio, on Facebook Live, DimDIm Biba, on YouTube Live, Kilimanjaro Radio YouTube channel. Please subscribe. You know, if you like what we do, subscribe. Okay? You know, if you have your tuning app, just look for Kilimanjaro Radio and you'll be able to listen to us on your smartphone. All right. Let's go back to the NBA. Sorry, the NFL. Super Bowl is coming. Super Bowl is coming next week. All right. So the NFL. So something unbelievable is happening to NFL in the NFL. We were here in the studio when we were following the game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Green Bay Packers. Basically, the great quarterbacks Tom Brady versus the bad man. So, Aaron Rodgers, of course. So, what happened is that, of course, as you know, the Buccaneers beat Aaron Rodgers, and now we don't know. Rodgers said he hasn't yet finished with football, but rumors are saying that he might want to retire or might to move away from the Green Bay Packers. Okay, so it was a pretty tight game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Packers 31-26. Right, that was last week. And also, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills 38-24. The incumbent MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, the rookie Josh Allen, the new guy from Buffalo Bills. So kudos to Buffalo Bills. It's been a long time they haven't been in the playoffs, and now they are playing pretty good, you know. I wanted an upset for Buffalo Bills, you know, because Buffalo Bills, it's Buffalo, right? They are our neighbor, right? Toronto, Buffalo is like, you know, right? 1 hour, an hour and a half. So yeah, I was rooting for the Buffalo Bills, but you know, Patrick Mahomes is pretty good. He has a good coach, you know. So yeah. And also during the after the game, there were a lot of trade that happened. So Jared Goff who was playing for the Ram, the Los Angeles Ram, got traded. Right? So there are also some news about Watson on the Texans, that he might want to leave, but the Houston Texans said that they are not interested in trading for him, right? For Deshaun Jackson. So J.J. Watt, also another kind of veteran in the league, is rumored to get retired, but no, we don't know. I mean, it's a rumor, we don't know yet. So like I said, Jared Goff has been traded to Detroit, the Detroit Lions, for Matt Stafford. And apparently Stafford was almost traded to New England, and he said he told that he doesn't want to go to New England. So yeah, so the Detroit Lions are getting Goff and 2 first rounder. They're trading Goff and 2 first rounders to the Los Angeles Rams. Okay, so that was pretty good. So today was supposed to happen the Pro Bowl, which is like the the All-Star game for the NFL. But because of the pandemic, they decided not to do it. But they are doing it. Guess what? On video games. So right now the NFC is playing Pro Bowl team is playing the AFC on Madden, right? And apparently the game is over, and the MVP is Kyler Murray, and the NFC won. They beat the AFC, right? So that's pretty amazing. So next week we have the Super Bowl. So the big celebration. Don't miss that. It's gonna be Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So that's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna switch to the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. The show is about to end. So in the NBA, as usual, we have the the games playing without fans, and right now in the West, the LA Clippers are first, followed by the Utah Jazz, and followed by the Lakers. So the Lakers lost their first ranked place, right? So in the East, Philadelphia Sixers is number 1. Joel Embiid, as I said last week, is an MVP candidate. So right now, Embiid has 28.3 points. Right? It's pretty very good. So Doc Rivers is doing a very, very good job to have Joel Embiid, involved, right? And also, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to vote for your All-Star, for the All-Star game, right? There's not going to be an All-Star game, but you need to vote for an All-Star, because at least, who is the All-Star this year, okay? So the vote has started, and you can vote as many as time that you want on the NBA.com website, on Twitter, on social media, basically, right? So today, gonna be some notable games. Actually, some games already played. The Clippers played the Knicks. Knicks are playing pretty well, but they're not enough. They're not good enough to beat the Clippers. So they just lost this game, right? 129-115. The Utah Jazz lost to the Denver Nuggets. That's a big header. Always a big header between Utah Jazz and Denver Nuggets. You remember last year, semi-finals of the West Conference was pretty intense. 128-117. The Joker, Jokic had 47 points, 12 rebounds. The Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving is back. They are rolling, They are at least, James Harden took a step back, scoring a little bit less than 20 points sometimes when Kyrie came, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they are scoring the hell out of it. So they are playing the Washington Wizards, so they're gonna meet Russell Westbrook. Poor guy. Washington is really doing very bad, not well since they got Russell Westbrook and they traded John Wall. Actually, John Wall is thriving in Houston right now with our fellow Nigerian Victor Oladipo and Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins in Houston. Because yesterday they beat the Pelicans, right? They are rolling. Right now, if you check the standings, they are coming back up, right? 9 wins, 9 losses, and they won 5 in a row. They have 5 wins in a row, so they're coming back up for the playoffs. In the playoff picture right now, you have the Clippers, number 1, the Utah Jazz, then the Lakers, Nuggets. The Grizzlies are there. Wow. Okay, kind of surprising. The Phoenix Suns are there, kind of surprising, but not so surprised because of, CP3, Chris Paul. He's playing there. Everywhere he goes, the team makes the playoffs, right? The Portland Trailblazers, DimDIm, Damian Lillard had a very, very, very good performance yesterday. He scored 44 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. Right? So, yep. And then you have, let's talk about the games. The Sixers are playing the Indiana Pacers. It's going to be a good game as well because Indiana Pacers are amongst the best, even though they lost Oladipo, they are amongst the best. And the Toronto Raptors are hosting in Tampa Bay. They're hosting the Orlando Magic. Toronto Raptors are not doing well these days. Pascal Siakam, were coming back up a little bit, and now came back down. He got injured at some point, so a little bit understandable. Another game is the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Brooklyn Nets, that's one news that the Brooklyn Nets just acquiring Imam Shumpert. Remember Imam Shumpert played with LeBron James in Cleveland to win the championship over there. So again, Brooklyn is pushing hard to have a very, very good team. Right now, they're a little bit unbalanced. They only have those 3 guys and then some good pieces, but bench is a little bit empty. So, yep. We see what's going to happen. So yesterday, notable games. One was the Los Angeles Lakers beating the Boston Celtics by a tiny margin of 1 point. It was like a old school game, meaning low scoring game, 96-95. I watched that game. The Los Angeles Lakers almost lost the game. The same they lost to Philadelphia Sixers 3 days ago, right? Kemba Walker couldn't put in the last shot. If he went in, they would just win the game. That was a buzzer beater. Anthony Davis, is kind of struggling a little bit. Doesn't show in the stats, but he, they had the last possession. They were leading, like you see by 96-95, and he turned over the ball, right? A good pick by Kemba Walker, and then fortunately for the Los Angeles Lakers, they didn't put the ball in the basket, right? So, the notable game is Portland beating Chicago 123, a high-scoring game to 122, and Damian Lillard has to score 44 points, right? Milwaukee Bucks lost to Charlotte, and I'm telling you guys, remember this name. You already know the name, the last name, but not the first name, maybe not. Remember this name. LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is balling. Haha. Right? 27 points, 9 assists, and 4 steals. Right? So that's what it is. The Houston Rocket, like I told you, 5 wins in a row. They beat Pelicans. And the Miami Heat, they got their best player back as Jimmy Butler. So they beat the Sacramento Kings by 1 point again. Also 105, 104. So yesterday games were pretty tight. Okay, Phoenix beat Dallas 111, right? Luka Doncic, a future MVP. I'm telling you that he scored 39 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. And Golden State beat the Pistons. Golden State is kind of coming back a little bit, right? So Golden State is in the playoff pictures, number 8, right? Let's go back to the East and check. The Raptors are way far down. 7 losses, 7 wins and 12 losses, right? They're among the last third, the last 3. You have Charlotte Hornets. They're 8. Cleveland is there. Cleveland is balling with Sexton. Atlanta is balling. They are 6th. Boston always steady, but up and down. And by the way, Marcus Smart got injured yesterday. I believe it was in the calf, the right calf. He's gonna miss 2 to 3 weeks. So Boston, who knows? They're 5. Indiana Pacers, they're still good. 4. They have Turner, and Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks, they are 3rd. The Brooklyn Nets they came back up, they're 2nd. So it doesn't lie. Talent help teams, right? So this is what's happening. It's gonna be the Brooklyn Nets ruling the East, ladies and gentlemen. But only Joel Embiid can stop them. If you stay healthy, I'm telling you, it's gonna be pretty good in the East, and the Philadelphia Sixers might win the East and go to the finals. And who knows what can happen in the finals against the Clippers or the Lakers, right? So, So back in the West, some teams that we are surprised that are not in the playoff pictures now are the Spurs. They're not doing good this couple of years. The Mavericks, right? They have 2 great European players, pretty good. Porzingis, right? The unicorn, and they have Of course, look at Doncic, some aspirant MVP. I don't know what's happening. So at some point they were balling, and then now, they're amongst the last three, right? So we're surprised about the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant, right? Apparently, Ja Morant is holding the team pretty well, right? High standard. The Memphis Grizzlies, the Golden State Warriors, they are in a playoff pictures. These are the two, the two surprises right now in the West. Yep. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna conclude the show, right? Stay tuned every Sunday, right? The DimDIm Sports Show is there. You go on YouTube right now. You can watch the recap, or on Facebook Live you can watch the recap, and you can also watch the recap from the other show, right? So it's a cold Sunday here in Canada, Toronto, Mississauga, in the studio. We're happy. We wish you a happy Sunday. Get some rest and prepare for the busy week, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned with us. All right.